I'm so nervous. I am not, in fact, ready to move. Love race. Let's go.
Pool with your baby, mad type, probably dynamite. Everybody say love, yeah. You tickle me, no way. I don't wanna let no more. I don't wanna let no more.
I don't want to rap no more.
Go and stop and take my time. 0 to 100 cash. Turning it up. 기어를 올려봐 끝까지 다. Cause my way for me. I'm ready to move. 널 향한 내 love face, yeah. I gotta make you feel my love. Ready to move. 결국엔 I'll get you now. Wait for me now. Turn it up, babe. 절대로 밟지 않아 brakes now. Speed을 막고 돌려 brakes, no way. I'm ready to move. Light out, oh, oh, oh. Running my love race, yeah. 너를 향해 vroom vroom 가고 있어 vroom vroom girl. 널 찾아 헤매 running in town. 지금 가고 있어 now 준비됐어 wait for me 데려갈게 너가 원하는 어디든 call me me 너도 알다시피 내 마음은 not casual so I'm gonna catch you 가는 길 이대로 내게 밀어 누가 봐도 내가 너의 top 난 따라와도 끝에 내가 winner.
It's almost like a little bit of a rock sound. It's so groovy. It really feels like RPM upgraded. Jiyoon.
We go faster, much harder. We go all in this moment. Go. Pedal to the metal, 계속 going. 목적지엔 이미 내 몸보다 앞서가 있어 내 맘이, you know. 이 순간 I'm thinking about you. 조금만 더 wait, yeah, I'm on mine. I'm ready to move. Like I'm in that race, yeah, I gotta make you feel my love. I'm ready to move. 결국엔 I get you now. Wait for me now. Turn it up, babe. 절대로 밟지 않아 brakes now. 스피드 많고 돌려 brakes, no way. I'm ready to move. Light out, oh, oh, oh. Running my love race, yeah. I'm the final winner, come on now. Buckle up, race. I'm the final winner. Love race, yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. I love it. First of all, straight up. When the instrumental started, like okay, so I heard the teasers, like the opening instrumental, and it really does not give you any sense of what the rest of the song is gonna sound like. In fact, with Huyang's kind of like ad libs, I was gonna I was gonna say, you know, the track is good when Huyang is moaning in the intro. Actually, but with the kind of light instrumental and Huyang's ad libs, it reminded me a little bit of like It Is Love. Yeah, so I think it's a really great, you know, maybe a little Easter egg for fantasy, something that we can kind of like relate to, a sound that we've heard before, but then they completely turn it on its head. So I'm trying to think if SM9 has ever really done this kind of like rock sound before. I don't think so, but yeah, it's really great. Like the sound is very full, and I'm looking here that the song is only 2 minutes 58 seconds, but it does feel very long. Like I mean, there's a post-chorus on each of them. There's a bridge. There's another post-chorus in the final one, which is the rap, which is a rap post-chorus. So, wow, I'm not sure how they packed so much into a sub 3 minute song, but I love it. I was really excited for it. I tried not to spoil anything, but I did see the dance challenges. But I will say that the chorus, um, it's not the biggest. It's not explosive like some of the other SF9 title tracks, but it has a very solid and like constant rhythm, and it kind of just moves you through the song effortlessly. So like I was jamming out the whole time. So um I guess I would say it's something like if RPM and Puzzle had a sibling. Yeah, I know, I really enjoyed that, and I think when I read the lyrics and when I watch the music video, I'm gonna lose my shit even more. So for now, let's just go on to the next B-side, which is Suited. Oh shit, we getting jazzy with it.
Baby, you know how we do it. All for you.
I love that riff. Another album full of ash shakers from SF9. Thank you.
널 보기 전 한 번 더 쉐빙 거울에 비친 시간은 gone one one two 술이라 너만을 위해 이 노래 불렀어 for you 너라면 뭐든 okay 오늘 밤 멋지게 어디든 말만 해 together 그저 날 믿어봐 it's true 그냥 술이라 너만을 위해 are you ready are you ready
I'm not ready. SF9 do be suited fairly often, and we love it. I do know how you do it. Chani singing. I love the little brass accent. So fresh, so fine.
Baby, you know how we do it.
Okay, that's a jazzy one. Wow. I think this is something that the members have talked about as well, but particularly in, was it Bibora era? Or even going into Don't Worry Be Happy, the ratio of like rappers to vocalists was a little bit skewed. So actually what we've been seeing a lot more of is the rappers singing, and they all have incredible singing voices. Like, it's so melodic, and like the way they carry the tune is just, it's easy listening. It's really something that you put on when you're driving or when you're on a bus or on a train, and you just groove. It sounds so good, and it makes me feel good too. I think Suited, it's a kind of like grown up jazzy vibe. It's almost like EXO, something that EXO would do, maybe EXO CBX. But at the same time, I feel like this wouldn't sound very out of place on the Sequence album. Yeah, I feel like it would fit in there pretty well. Yeah. Woo. Okay, we're going 2 for 2. Okay, I love them. Let's go for a side by side. I love a riff. I love a riff.
내게 calling every morning check my phone 언제나 나를 궁금해하지 yeah. 좋을 때도 싸울 때도 우린 다시 금세 웃고 화해하곤 해
Get it.
가끔 잦은 화를 낼 때도 귀여워 We always seem to work it out 너무도 달라 좀 위태로워
Oh, these songs are so feel good.
걱정 따위 모두 지나갈 테니 너도 알잖아 다른 데 서로에게 딱 맞는 반쪽 Oh why 그가 그간 통한다는 그런 말이 우릴 보고 하는 말인걸 Now I gotta keep you close I'm thinking about Side by side with you 사랑해 너와 나 둘이 Tell me would you be alright to be side by side with you 매일 밤 곁에 있어줘 yeah 함께 걸어 side by side 우리 마치 green 같은 거야 푸른 never never drive 상상만으로도 좋아 하늘을 나는 기분이야 blue sky 1+1 감티와 ketchup 복화 나이프처럼 어디든 항상 네 옆에 난 리듬에 맞춰 걸어 가끔 잦은 화를 낼 때도
Oh, I love little.
always seem to work it out 너무도 달라 좀 위태로워도 우리 둘은 마치 하늘 위로 날아올라 별이 된 것 같이 Side by side with you That's right 사랑해 너와 나 둘이 Tell me would you be alright to be side by side with you 매일 밤 곁에 있어줘 yeah 함께 걸어 side by side Promise that we'll be fine 난 편지
We will be fine.
어떤 순간이 와도 널 지킬게
It's such a big sound space.
We're walking side by side We're walking side by Girl we're walking side by side
This is for the concerts, okay? A full stadium. I love.
Got me out of my mind side by side with you 사랑해 너와 나 둘이 Tell me would you be alright to be side by side with you 매일 밤 곁에 있어줘 yeah 함께 걸어 side by side We're walking side by We're walking side by side We're walking side by Girl we're walking side by side We're walking side by We're walking side by 곁에 있어줘 yeah 함께 걸어 side by side
That is a banger. Wow. I think Side by Side is like maybe Morning Coffee's sister. Wow. It's just, again, something so smooth. Yeah, incredible. I think, listen, this is SF9's 15th mini album, right? 15th mini album. 16th title track or 17th. So, listen, if you don't know by now that SF9 makes good music, you've been living under a rock and you have deliberately chosen not to listen to what people around you are telling you. This is just, I love it. And listen, okay, I've said this before and I will say it again. I will say it till I'm blue in the face. I actually like K-pop mini albums when it comes to like the listening experience. Do I think it's a little bit of a cash grab by the companies because you can put out fewer songs but still sell the album? Yes. But as a music listener and music enjoyer, I like that mini albums are coherent. because when you have 10 songs, you know, you want to show a range of genres and stuff, and so you know you get like a title track that's very dancey or very upbeat, but then you also have like ballads on there, and it can kind of disrupt the listening flow because essentially what you're listening to is just a bunch of songs put together. But mini albums are a little bit more curated, so they can really, you know, focus on a very central concept or theme, and sonically, like there's a particular like vibe to each mini album. So I'm really loving this. It's something, I mean, I really do think that SF9 has their own sound by now, but every time they release a new album, it's something fresh, you know, like it really adds something to their discography. So I'm loving this album so far. I feel like I'm not actually giving very coherent thoughts on anything, but maybe eventually we'll look at the lyrics with the you know, to see who's singing what, and then I can be a bit more coherent. Now I'm trying to listen to the songs like in full to get the full listening experience rather than like pausing it and stuff like that. So, all right, let's go for Waruru. Waruru. A classical moment, okay. Waruru.
You were the goddess, 나만의 꿈. 다 뭐라고 해도 내 눈에는 그랬었지. We hit the magic, 내 착각인걸. 네 연기에 속아 지금껏 나만 몰랐어. Now you're not the girl I used to know, to know, to know. 함께한 시간은 다 well it go, it go, it go. 끝까지 trusted you. 거짓의 가면을 쓴 널 한순간 못
My girl left me, I want to die.
What did I push into you? 나만 spoken into 내 등에 화살을 쏜 너. 난 너를 믿었는데. Yeah. 치밀했던 너만 내게 왜 뜰?
Oh, Bibora sister.
듣고 고백이 유지되기 미간의 real way. What is your real? What is your heart? 남은 네 기억은 burn.
Oh, Yang Shiny. Insong's taking it. Ooh, Taeyang. My heart is broken in two.
완벽했던 너의 미소들 네가 찾는 next love 너에겐 가벼운 fake your love What did I push into you? What did I do? 나만 spoken into 내 등에 화살을 쏜 너. 난 너를 믿었는데 What did I do? What did I push into you? What did I do? 나만 spoken into 너에게 모든 걸 주나 진심을 믿었는데 What did I do?
Ooh. Listen, I am not the happiest person about this new trend in K-pop where songs are getting shorter and shorter. So like 3 minutes is kind of like the max. A lot of songs are sub 3 minutes or just about 3 minutes when they used to be like 3.5, closer to 4 even. But these songs are so full. Okay, listen, I was really not expecting this with Waruru. I can't say it, Waruru. um, when it started with a little classical moment, listen, I had a musical theatre phase. Okay, I still greatly enjoy musical theatre, and having, you know, the vocal members of SF9 who have done musicals, the style of singing is obviously different, but the way that musical training allows you to really emote into your voice, not just your, you know, stage presence, is insane. They sound so good. And like, listen, SM9 have been crying over their broken hearts since debut, and like, that really sucks for them. I'm sorry you got hurt, but the bangers though, like, this is, I'm trying to be like cool and collected, and also like I'm in my grandma's house, so I didn't want to be like screaming and jumping around, but I was feeling it. I was really feeling it. This is, wow. Okay, track 5 of 6.
Yeah, hey, my God, yeah. 언제부터인지
SF9 allergic to making a band song. Oh my god.
자꾸 엇갈리고 있어, but I feel different lately. Oh, why? 다른 시선들이 왜 우리 사이 갈라놓는다는 게 내 도무지 납득 안 돼. 걱정 fake 내 말에만 집중해. 내게 너만 중요하니까 다시 생각해. 날 사랑한다지만 그저 친구로만 느껴져. 아니야, no, you don't understand. 난 미쳐 있어 너에게 사랑받길 원해. 아니야, no, you don't understand. 바꿀 거야, girl, I do everything to get you home. Do you wanna, tell me what you want, baby girl, I'm doing everything to get you home. Do you wanna, tell me what you want. 찔찔이 울보해 싸움은 뭐 말이 뭐해. 그랬던 내가 키만 컸네 라고 생각하는 니만 뻔네. 그대와는 다르단 걸 보여줄 기회를 줘. 이 맘이 장난이
The rapper hands off.
내게 또 닿아줘. 알려줘 너에게 내가 house 사랑이 식었다 내가 더 많이 타오를게. 이제 널 알기 전으로 I can't go back baby. 너도 알잖아 never know.
I wanna stand up and shake ass. I need to be throwing my ass in a circle. Okay, I think my self-control has been slowly eroding, so I want to be kind of like cool and collected, but SF9 is well known for 2 genres. One is, you know, incredibly sexy, broken-hearted men dancing in the rain, and the other one is just straight ass shaking. the MacBook emote, sorry, I didn't mean that. Wow, the song is called No No No, but my honest reaction to that is yes, yes, yes. Cliche, but let me have this, okay? It is so catchy. Like the vocal hook as well, you know, ani ani ah. I love that. I don't even have coherent thoughts. Like, okay, let's. Yeah, okay, I was struggling to speak just now, but the rapper handoffs. So, one of the benefits of having like 4 rappers in a group is that, and each of them have such distinct styles, but they're all like so good. And when they hand off to each other, it's crazy. Like, I think the usual structure is like the kind of like the third verse after the first chorus is a rap verse, but like you can have like a full like 3 rappers in a row, and then the pre-chorus and then the chorus. So that is, and like oh my god, they all sound so good. Like they each have such a unique like vocal tone and a unique way of writing their raps. So the flow and like the way they, you know, the wordplay, I don't fully understand the meaning because I don't understand Korean, but just like, you know, verbally listening to the kind of like rhymes and internal rhymes that they do, the rhythms is so satisfying. And like, listen, I think Young has incredibly upped his game, like over the course of his being an idol. Like his confidence is crazy and absolutely deserved. Okay, he's just on another level. I truly think that Young should go viral. Make it happen. Okay, make it happen. Youngbin, listen, he debuted at like 23. Okay, I'm 24 now, so the level of mastery that he has, and he really like he has a range between like a really aggressive kind of rap and a really like melodious, almost like sing rapping. And really, I was listening to the Comeback Live just now, and his voice is like, it's so smooth and soothing. And like, okay, in songs warm, rich notes, especially in his lower registers, sound so good. Like, I know Insung is usually like someone who takes like the high notes at the climactic parts of the songs, and he absolutely kills that, don't get me wrong. But something about his low register is just, I love that. Oh, okay, I almost don't want it to end. Love Puzzle. It's like love, color, and puzzle. Is it gonna be sonically? Acoustic ballad?
Yeah,
Yeah,
listen.
I'm listening.
울리는 폰을 보니 네 짧은 메시지 별말도 아닌 건데 내 맘이 설레 집으로 데려다주는 길에서 손끝이 너를 향했던 건 나만 그랬던 걸까 Let's give it a try 숨은 사랑 찾아볼래
It's almost like 90s R&B, a little bit like Boyz II Men.
어떤 이 느낌 I've never been like this 언제나 네가
Also similar to some of the older SF9 band ballads, like is it Fall Fantasy?
처음부터 시작해 하나부터 다시
So beautiful.
I got you now 이제야 찾은 거야 찾아 헤매던 사람 I got you now 넌 기적 같은 사람 You are my girl 친한 친구로 지내왔지만 꿈꾸던 사랑은 나만 Oh baby 그건 바로 너 Yeah 울리는 콜타임 시간이 떴다 말하는 네가
What did I say about Young?
생각이 들어 기다려왔던 데이트 날 한숨도 못 자 너와 나 we vibing way up way up way up way up there You 너 있는
That
곳이
little octave
멀어도
jump.
내가 보고 싶단 말이면 I gotta go Let's give it a try 숨은 사람 찾아볼래 수많은 인연 중에
like the late 90s Backstreet Boys, Max Martin kind of sound.
Oh baby 그거 바로 너참 멀리 돌아왔지
Beautiful.
한참을 기다렸어 이제 그만 don't waste our time You're my best friend you be the one
What did I say about Insong's voice? What did I say?
I got you now 이제야 찾은 거야 찾아 헤매던 사랑 I got you now 난 기적 같은 사랑 You are my heart 친한 친구로 지내왔지만 꿈꾸던 사랑은 아마 Oh baby 그건 바로 너 Oh baby 그건 바로 너
Oh, beautiful. I believe this is a fan song. It's getting a little dark, but I'll finish this up, then I'll turn on the lights. I like how this is a fan song and it's the only song on the album that's like, 3 minutes 31 seconds, which is like, really a callback to the more classic SF9 sound. And like I was saying during the song, it has that kind of like, it's almost a little bit cheesy. So it's not a strict ballad in the sense. I don't think SF9 has very many like strict ballads. I would say maybe like Jaehyun's Stay With Me was the main one that comes to mind right now. But yeah, I really like this kind of like I keep saying cheesy, but it really reminds me of like something that's like a little bit saccharine, but all the more heartwarming because of it, and it's still something that's really easy to listen to and something that makes you feel good. So it's something that you can still listen to even if you're not in the mood for like a classic ballad that's like piano and violins, so overall thoughts, 6 out of 6, love that. I think that the 6 members that we have participating in this comeback have done an incredible job. I don't know if y'all know this. Okay, you wouldn't know this, but my biases in SF9 are actually Jaehyun and Dawon. And I would say my bias record is Jooho. So the past few comebacks have been a little bit tough for me. Honestly, my first comeback with SF9 was Bibora. That was what made me become a fantasy. So that was about slightly more than a year ago. And since then, I've just been fighting for my life, genuinely. So it's incredible to hear Jaehyun on the tracks again. I think he has such a sweet voice, like, and of course he's a gorgeous, gorgeous man. So I'm very happy to have him back. But at the same time, I also really miss Dawon and Jooho. I think that their voices are definitely missed when they do come back, and they will come back, mark my words, otherwise I'm gonna be outside the building. I think that their voices will blend very well into these songs. It's a great album. I think SF9 songs are always very well written and produced. The songs sound complete, they sound finished and polished. Yeah, the songs sound polished, I like how this album really took me on an emotional journey. Like, each of the individual songs remind me of, or are like in a similar vein as some of their previous songs, but as a whole the album does kind of stand on its own. I said that the title track Love Race is kind of like the love child. No, it's not the love child, it's the sibling of RPM and Puzzle. But the albums are not necessarily the album Love Race is not exactly the same as the album RPM or the Piece of Nine. So I would say that that it reminded me a little bit of Sequence. Oh, it's getting really dark. Never mind. Y'all just have to bear with it. You don't really need to see me. um, yeah, I'm not very coherent. I'm gonna have to like go through this like properly again. But these are my thoughts for now.